Brooke Ice with 11 kills now. Both her and Gina Mancuso in double digits for the Huskers. Crowd trying to get back into it for Penn State. Hancock to Slay. Out of play. No touch.
Well, I must be seeing things because I thought that was a big-time touch. But Rose is not questioning that call, so perhaps I need glasses. I don't know.
It's been a long day.
It has.
Give me the pass this time. 12-11 for Penn State in set 4. Hancock just tries to tap it over. Dykstra's there. Now Brooke Ice. Slay taps it back. Hancock to McClendon. Ends the rally.
Dominique Gonzalez for Penn State in that middle back area. Boy, Ali Longo's giving her some kudos. Take a look at this dig. That is so big time and clutch for that kid. And then Deja delivering with that cross-court shot. Dykstra just can't handle it.
Up by 2. Penn State gets Hancock serving again. She had 4 in a row earlier this match. Mancuso. Hancock to McClendon. Mancuso again, down by Slay. The last 2 times that Hancock has served, Nebraska got the all-important side out. This time, though, Katie Slay able to get the point for Penn State.
Yeah, it was just a roll shot attempt by Gina Mancuso, and Slay, being the big physical kid that she is, just stays put and eats it up.
Into the net this time by Hancock, and you hear the groan from the crowd. They wanted to see another service ace. Point goes back to Nebraska. Now Mancuso will serve.
Yeah, you hear the groan by the crowd and a collective sigh of relief from the Huskers and the Husker bench.
Back to McClendon, big swing and kill. Deja McClendon with 17 so far.
Yeah, I'm just kind of speechless right now because I'm so excited to see this kid do so well. You know, she really struggled, and for her to kind of keep pushing and trying her best to improve her game this sophomore season, it's nice to see that she's really elevated her game and is playing well tonight.
She had under 225 in 4 consecutive Big Ten matches earlier this year. Scott with an error out of play. As you mentioned, McClendon has been seeing that focus from opponents' defenses. They have seen and put up a big block, 2 blockers. So Ariel Scott has seen some things open up, but now McClendon getting some options after Scott started so well.
And you know, last year, Deja McClendon had some other great teammates around her, like Brown and Wilson. So she, you know, was a strong hitter, but there were certainly times if the block focused on her that it was Carpenter time could go other places. So really, the more that the offense improves, and I mean from other hitters, Deja will have an easier time to score.
This time it's Katie Slay, a different hitter for Penn State to put it away and give Penn State the 3-point margin.
Slay again, just with this tip, it's not really a crisp shot, but it's got that backspin on it, and it's going to the corner just far enough to be out of the reach of Gina Mancuso.
Slay just 5 kills, hitting 200. And we'll call a lift against Nebraska. The officials call a lift against Lauren Cook. And John Cook wants a timeout. His team down by 4 as Penn State is within 8 of taking the match.
Well, this was a crucial timeout for Cook in Nebraska. You know, they're making all sorts of errors, and for Cook to be called on a lift is not a typical error for that kid. So when that happens, when your team is out of sorts, it makes sense to call a timeout, kind of regroup, see if you can get the point out of the timeout to change momentum.
Audrey, what is Russ talking about to his team with them up by 4 in set number 4 and a chance to win this match?
Well, I would imagine he's talking about getting the serve in and get it tough, because that was the moneymaker for them in sets 1 and 2. I also think he's talking about who is in their front court right now and how, right now in this rotation, how they're going to score another point. these two teams, their coaches, the assistant coaches, always have the rotations handy so they know in this particular rotation, who will Nebraska go to? What are their tendencies in this particular rotation?
Be sure to stay tuned right after volleyball for an encore presentation of Tailgate 48 presented by Omaha Steaks. That's coming up next after us. Of course, we have a great finish coming up here. Will it be set 4? Will we go to set 5 once more? Nebraska out of this break. They need to make those adjustments. They don't have Micah Hancock back there serving, so they're not quite as worried about that serve. However, they've seen Slay involved in the middle. Deja McClendon is hot. They have to defend the multiple attacks from Penn State. That's
right, and I remember the first time around when Penn State played Nebraska, we talked about how Scott played so well and her level of play was elevated. But near the tail end of that 5th set, I remember Scott making a couple crucial errors. So if they can just play steady and consistent from start to finish, I think this will be a different looking Penn State team, and we've already seen how much they have improved from the beginning of the season to the midpoint of the Big Ten Conference.
7 errors in that 5th set for Penn State earlier this year against Nebraska. Cutting down on those errors is key. Scott with the kill. Ariel Scott. We talk about her numbers improving. She started perfect, a 6 out of 9. Not a perfect match, but not any errors to begin with 6 kills on 9 airless swings.
Yeah, and that is a tough shot to make because it's an awkward angle when you're a right-handed hitter on the right side of the court from where the set was coming from. So really athletic play by Scott.
And a big block, Nia Grant and Ayana Whitney combined. 2 freshmen up in the net for Penn State.
Well, if you're Penn State again, this is the point where you got to believe you're clearly ahead. You've got to play consistently, and even if Nebraska gets the next point, you got to believe that you'll side out and score the following play.
Penn State doubling up Nebraska in blocks. Big kill, though, by Mancuso. Muskers needed that one.
Yeah, it's so interesting to me that she only started in 5 matches last year. So talk about a kid who has stepped up from her freshman to sophomore season. And actually now she's a junior, so as a sophomore she only started in 5. So what a great surprise she has been for Nebraska.
Over to Delano. Now Scott puts it away again. Mancuso couldn't dig it out.
So Scott's hitting high right in the middle of the court. Gina Mancuso struggling here. So it'll be interesting to see if Cook puts a backcourt sub in, a defensive specialist for Mancuso. You know, she is such an offensive weapon back there, but you kind of have to see what the other team is doing and how they're getting points. And right now, Mancuso not playing superb backcourt defense.
State 5 points away from taking the match. Worth, though, with the answer and a big kill.
Well, Worth silenced this crowd with that gun. Wow, what an arm she has.
Such a powerful swing from Hannah Worth. I almost want to say look out to the opponents who have to go up against her. Hancock goes to Whitney. Now Mancuso. Bumped over, free ball chance now for Penn State. Hancock takes the swing and gets the kill.
Now that sneaky little setter, Micah Hancock, I knew she was going to pull that little tool out, and she did at the perfect time. Penn State now up 21-15 in the 4th.
Penn State took set number 1, 25-17, set 2, 25-15, went into the intermission with the 2-0 lead, and then Nebraska came back and took set 3. Penn State in the driver's seat now. Hancock goes to McClendon. Fans wanted it. Now Mancuso with the kill.
Wow, Dykstra saving that point for Nebraska, but on Penn State's side of the net, Gonzalez with a great dig. So what a great job, the defense for both sides of the net. But then finally, Longo wasn't able to control that bullet from Mancuso.
Fans rising to their feet in Rec Hall, trying to will their team on to a win over the top-ranked team in the nation. Grant, high and long. They're going to call a touch off the Huskers. Mancuso is livid. She can't believe the call.
Yeah, I'm going to take a close look at this. I really didn't see it from where I'm sitting. I didn't see the touch. I want to be specific. Yeah, I'm not quite sure there was a touch on that, so Mancuso justifiably upset on that call.
Tough for the Huskers to see that one go as Penn State 3 points away. Cook looks to Mancuso. Under the ball never lies. McClendon. Wilberger sends over a free ball. Hancock with the chance. Goes to Slade. Stop! Mancuso, as we said, ball doesn't lie. They get the point.
Yeah, she definitely terminated that play with her power at the net. Sealing the net. Take a look at this. Nice shuffle step, reaching up and over. But Dykstra for Nebraska, the libero, saving the play. She made a key dig to keep the ball alive for her Huskers.
Freshman libero out of Redondo Beach, California for the Huskers, stepping into big shoes, trying to get some big digs down the stretch. McClendon over and down.
Smart, 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 smart. McClendon taking a little bit off of that. It wasn't a tip. I'm not quite sure what you call that. It wasn't really top spin hit. She just knew where the defense was and put it where they were not. So good heads up play by Deja.
Kill number 18 for McClendon, and Hancock serving again. Brookheist. Gonzalez with a great up. Now Scott with the kill. Match point for Penn State.
Well, we thought that the conference champion would not be undefeated. It looks like Penn State could take this one from Nebraska.
A win would put Penn State one match behind the Huskers in the overall standings. Hancock the ace. Penn State takes down number 1. How fitting that it is Micah Hancock who started this match with 4 consecutive service aces. She gets an ace to close it out, and Penn State gets the win and knocks off the lone remaining unbeaten team in the Big Ten prior to this match. They steal back some of that momentum in the conference, Audrey, and have a good chance again to go after title number 9.
And how fitting that it was Hancock's serve that delivered that ace to end the match.
The performance of the match is brought to you by Pure Silk. Of course, it's Deja McClendon with 18 kills for Penn State, stepping up in a huge performance and avenging that loss from earlier this year. The Nittany Lions take it in 4 sets, a 3-1 victory to finish off the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and this rivalry continues to build. Rec Hall is pleased with the outcome for their Penn State club as they get the victory. For Audrey Flaw and our entire Big Ten Network crew, I am Mike Wolf. A phenomenal match in Rec Hall for Penn State as they earn the victory, the number 8 team in the country, defeating Nebraska, number 1, past the midpoint of the Big Ten season, and it will be a great finish for the remainder of the year. Much left to be played for, but Penn State gets the win over Nebraska in 4 sets. Nittany Lions 3-1. That's it from Rec Hall in Happy Valley.